The following is a presentation of Lion's Heart Media. Any use, rebroadcast, or redistribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of Lion's Heart Media is strictly prohibited. White looks to throw. He wants Boyd deep. Help over the top. Boyd adjusts. 1,000 and a score. Wilson drives in. She scores. Jensen, Grayson, give and go. Jensen elevates and she slams it down again. Arlo, top of the box, a drive, and he fires it in. This Concannon hammers the back line. Striplings fires it up. Spencer in space. Just got it. Touchdown, Sarah Catholic. Blocks quick out to Martin. Breaks the tackle. Martin cuts far side. There goes Quinton. See you later. One play. Touchdown, Leopards. Quinton Martin for 6 from 36. It's WPIAL section baseball as the Leps look for revenge against the Warriors, who handed Belle Vernon their first loss of the season, 7-0 yesterday behind a strong 3-hit performance by the Akron commit. It's Cy Herschelroth on the bump yesterday, dominant for the Elizabeth forward Warriors. Parker Lind was hit up for 3 earned runs, 5 total, as it was an early 4-0 lead. As we'll step aside, playing the national anthem, come back, starting lineup some more right here on MVI Live. The best local coverage of news, sports, and more. Make sure you subscribe to the Mon Valley Independent newspaper. Both print and e-edition subscriptions are available, and you can try the e-edition free for 30 days starting today. So make sure you log on to MonValleyIndependent.com for more information. Mon Valley Independent. What happens here matters here. Rain put us in a delay, but getting set to get underway between the Leopards and the Warriors here on MVI Live. As Belle Vernon 7-1, 6-1, 7-2, 4-1. The Elizabeth forward Warriors taking on Belle Vernon here this afternoon. As I mentioned, it is going to be J.B. Krovac on the bump today, looking to back up a strong performance by Cy Herschelroth. Had the Colorado Rockies there scouting him yesterday. The Pirates have been out to scout Cy Herschelroth this year, the lefty, with a dominant performance yesterday. It will be J.B. Krovac today. He's been brilliant as well this season with a 2.67 earned run average and 18 1/3, but he will go against Lucas Judy. No earned runs against this season for the Belle Vernon starting pitcher, Lucas Judy. 20 innings, just 2 runs, none earned, 27 strikeouts, 3 walks, 3-0 record, and a 154 opponent batting average against. The Warriors looking for another big-time victory here this afternoon at 7-2, 4-1. Charlie Niggett, the senior center fielder, will lead things off with J.B. Krovac, the pitcher, batting second. A.J. Grease, the Mercyhurst commit, he bats third for the senior shortstop. Cleanup, it's the designated hitter, Cy Herschelroth, batting in place of Aiden Grimes. Then in the 5 spot, Jacob Peterson, the sophomore. At the hot corner, Nate Grimm will follow up inside the 6th spot. Then it's Landon Jackson, the senior catcher, batting 7th. Daniel Spence out in left. The junior will bat 8th with Mitchell Vuick batting 9th. The senior will play right field here this afternoon for the Elizabeth forward Warriors. Niggett, Krovac, Grease, Hersheroth, Peterson, Grimm, Jackson, Spence, and Buick, with Grimes out of the batting order here this afternoon against Lucas Judy on the bump for the Belle Vernon area Leopards. So Lucas Judy back on the hill looking to earn a split for Belle Vernon. It's been some time since the Warriors and the Leopards split inside of section play. As EF 7-0 victory yesterday, the Warriors able to get their first win against Belle Vernon since 2022. Only one win or game in between. Last Belle Vernon win 2023. It was a 4-3 Leopard victory last game here at the John D. Virgilio Sports Complex. It was a 4-0 victory for the Elizabeth forward Warriors. EF has won 6 straight conference games against Belle Vernon. 24 of the last 38 games have been decided by 3 runs, and it's a 12-12 mark in that for each side as Judy fires one away, and that's outside, ball 1. 4:19 finally underway as weather did delay us here this afternoon from the John D. Virgilio Sports Complex. Niggett, 400 average, 1 long ball, 2 runs batted in for the Cal U football commit. As Judy comes home, Niggett right back up the gut into left, picked up there by Matusik. We'll toss it back in as a leadoff base knock for Charlie Niggett, wasting no time. And the Warriors, who put up 2 runs in the first yesterday, already have a runner on base here to start this afternoon. Leadoff single by Niggett. Now it's the pitcher, J.B. Krovac. 5:56, 1 long ball, 20 runs batted in for J.B. Krovac. Niggett takes his lead off first. He'll go right away. Bunt shown. Throw down is not in time. Up and wide of Edwards as Niggett will steal second. Blymeyer backing him up. So a single and a stolen base. Charlie Niggett off to a hot start here this afternoon. J.B. Krovac digs back in. 0-1 count on Krovac. 1 on, nobody out. Krovac, ground ball back up the gut and under the hand of Edwards. So that will put runners at the corners with nobody out for Elizabeth forward. Would have been tough to get Krovac either way. So 2 on and nobody out now. It's going to have a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Single by Krovac, so back-to-back base knocks to start. It's going to be Jake Williams running at first.
Now batting number 1, A.J. Grease.
The Mercyhurst commit now. Stands in, that's A.J. Grease. 2 on, nobody out, Lucas Judy. Hit around early on here, a windy Tuesday afternoon. Leopards looking for a split there. Strike 1 by Lucas Judy. Grease down 0-1 on the count. Judy set at the belt. The righty comes home. That one bounces, blocked by Johnson. Johnson catching Judy here this afternoon. NEF's won the last 6 conference games these two teams have played. Last conference win for the Belle Vernon Leopards, 2019 5-4 win here at the John D. Virgilio Sports Complex. 1-1. Runner goes. That one misses as well as Williams into scoring position. And the count 2-1 now on A.J. Grease. So runners at first and second and third with nobody out against Lucas Judy. It was 2-0 after the first yesterday. Infield will come in for Belle Vernon now with the double play no longer in order. 2-1 by Judy. As that one misses, count now 3-1. A.J. Grease, 107 on the year. He's driven in 4, 2 in scoring position. In the air, right side, that one sails out of play. Every fly ball will be an adventure here on this windy Tuesday. And rain came through, did delay us about 19 or so minutes. As Coach Champ has 2 on with nobody out. Warriors looking to sweep the Leps here today. Either make it 7th straight conference win if they can get it. Pitch comes home. Chopper foul past the third base bag. Past athletic director Matt Humbert, standing just off the third base bag, right behind Frank Champ. Count stays full, nobody out. 2 aboard here in the top of the first between the Leps and the Warriors. Payoff pitch by Judy. That one fouled up off the backstop. Count stays full. Lucas Judy already 11 pitches here in this game, yet to record an out. Parker struggled yesterday for Belle Vernon. First sign of struggle for him all year. And there's ball 4, and they're loaded with nobody out to start the first. You imagine, got to be tough, too, if you're the pitchers. You warm up, you're ready to go for 4 o'clock, and then delay it about 19 minutes. And it's going to be even more of a delay on the other side for J.B. Krovac. It's Niggett at third. Williams, the courtesy runner, at second. Over at first, Grease, and now Herschelroth. 381 with 5 runs batted in. It's the Akron commit, multi-sport standout, great basketball player as well. Force at any base, but nowhere to put him. Base is full of Warriors, top of the first. Cy Herschelroth at the dish. Judy comes set at the belt. The 1-0 by Lucas Judy. That one slammed off the backstop. Count pulls even. 1 ball and 1 strike on Cy Herschelroth. Pitched a gem yesterday, did Cy Herschelroth. As Herschelroth digs back in, Judy comes set. 1-1 by Judy. Up top, Lucas Judy. Count now 1-2. As Judy looking for a big out, number 1 of Cy Herschelroth with Jacob Peterson on deck. The lefty Herschelroth looking to get a big hit there, but swing and a miss in Lucas Judy. A monumental opening out of this inning as Judy fans Herschelroth swinging for out number 1. So bases loaded, 1 out. Lucas Judy fans Herschelroth. Now Peterson, 375, long ball, and 6 runs batted in for the righty. First pitch, that one lined out to Plymeyer at second. Edwards, the relay to Wade's thrown away. Now Williams will come in to score as the Leopards get 1 and 2 runners touch home. So 1 on, 2 in. And it's 2-0 Elizabeth forward.
Now batting number 3, Nate Grimm.
An RBI fielder's choice for Peterson. Double play not guaranteed, so no error will come. As Grease retired on the 4-6. Niggett scores run 1. Williams on the throw scores run 2. So 2-0 EF here in inning number 1. One-two count here, or 1-1 count here on Nate Grimm. 286 with 2 runs batted in for Grimm. Judy back over to first. First earned runs against Lucas Judy this season coming here in inning number 1. As ground ball, Judy over Alonzo Wade, and that will end the inning. On the 1-3, but the Warriors strike for 2. Almost didn't get anything. An errant throw on a double play attempt. Brings in a pair, 2 hits, an error, and 1 left aboard. We've played 1/2 inning. Your score, the Elizabeth Forward Warriors 2, the Belle Vernon Leopards 0, and coming to bat right here on MVI Live. As 2-0 Elizabeth forward after 1/2 inning, and now it's J.B. Krovak's turn on the bump, working with an early lead for Elizabeth forward. 2.67 ERA in 18 1/3. 8 runs against, 7 of them earned this year. 15 hits, 26 strikeouts, walking 9. Opponents batting .224 with a 2-0 record on the year for J.B. Krovak of the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. Second straight game where EF has plated 2 in the opening inning against Belle Vernon, and this lineup for the Leps will look to bounce back. It's Cole Doppelhauer, the senior center fielder, leading things off, then senior pitcher Lucas Judy batting second. Seth Tomalski, the DH, he will bat third in replace of Jack Edwards. In the cleanup spot, it's Cole Matusik, the senior, out in left field, followed by Connor Bergman, the junior, at the hot corner here this afternoon, batting fifth. And Alonzo Wade bats sixth, the senior first baseman. Batting seventh, Zach Plymeyer, the sophomore, is at second base, with the sophomore right fielder batting eighth. That's Chase Petrosky, and batting ninth will be the junior catcher Jaden Johnson. Doppelhauer, Judy, Tomalski, Matusik, Bergman, Wade, Plymeyer, Petrosky, and Johnson, with Edwards playing the field against J.B. Krovak.
Cole Doppelhauer.
So Doppelhauer will dig in. 429 on the season with 7 runs batted in for Cole Doppelhauer. An early 2 for Elizabeth forward. Now J.B. Krovak heads to the mound, looks to put up a goose egg here and exit the first with a 2-0 lead, just like the Warriors did yesterday. And strike one on Cole Doppelhauer, standout football player, wrestler as well for the Belle Vernon area Leopards. Down by a pair early on, Doppelhauer takes down and in, peeling that back foot up for ball one. Count even on Doppelhauer, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Leps almost worked out of that monumental jam in the first. Had a chance at the twin kill. Resulted in 2 runs instead for EF. 1-2 now on Doppelhauer. Pitch by Krovak. Doppelhauer chases, swing and a miss. And J.B. Krovak starts his afternoon with a strikeout.
Number 7, Lucas Judy.
The lefty Judy, 593, 1 homer, 14 runs batted in, leads the Leps in every major statistical category on the offensive side. Tied with Matusik with 1 long ball. That home run came against the Ringgold Rams, where Judy pitched an absolute gem, also went deep in the game. The 1-0 to Judy. Lucas takes again, left on left matchup. 2-0 count now on Lucas Judy. Jackson catching, Krovak pitching, ground ball, hot corner picked, Peterson across high off the glove of Nate Grimm. And it's a 1-out error by Peterson, giving the Leopards their first base runner of the afternoon. Peterson here at third, and Grimm at first. Grease at short with Grimes at second. Krovak pitching, Jackson catching, as Parker Lind will run for Judy.
Parker Lind.
Spence, Niggett, Buick left to right in the outfield.
Number 27, Seth Tomalski.
Seth Tomalski came back into the lineup from injury against the Ringgold Rams. That second cell of rain starting to work in, but no wind to speak of at this time, which is something you couldn't say a few moments ago, or at least compared to what we were seeing, where the wind was massive. Obviously, wind's still blowing pretty good, but compared to how it was maybe 20 minutes ago, it's a lot better. 1 on, 1 out. Tomalski fouls it off. 0-2 on Seth Tomalski. Runner at first, Parker Lind running for Judy, reaching on the Peterson throwing error. As Tomalski reaches out, fouls it off. It's moved up the lineup, has Seth since re-entering the lineup. Started back below, down around the 7-8 spot. Now up to the 3 spot, batting .364 with 4 runs batted in. Belle Vernon coming off their first loss of the season, looking to bounce back, but in a 2-0 hold. Krovak's 0-2 in there, strike 3. So J.B. Krovak has fanned a couple. Runner at first with 2 away. Second strikeout by J.B. Krovac. And now Matusik, 375 with a long ball and 4 runs batted in this season, will take his turn at the dish. Parker Lind has his lead off of first. Krovac comes home, Matusik in the air. Out to left, in comes Daniel Spence. Glove meets ball, and that will do it for inning number 1. The Leopards get 1 on, nothing in to score. No runs, no hits in air, 1 Leopard left stranded. And we've played now 1 full inning. Your score, the Elizabeth Forward Warriors 2, the Belle Vernon area Leopards nothing, right here on your home. For Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee, Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community and More.
2-0 after 1. Back-to-back base knocks and a walk, strikeout, fielder's choice, and a ground out. Brought in the 2 Warrior runs. Had a chance at the twin killing, did Belle Vernon. That did not come to pass. Now Landon Jackson, Daniel Spence, and Mitchell Buick will lead things off here in the top of the second for the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. Jackson, 286 on the year. 3 runs batted in. Leps 9 runs, 4 per game, 2.56 against. On the other side, EF on the season as this one skied straight up right side and out for strike 1. 57, 435 against, 6.3 runs per game, 3.8 against for the Elizabeth Forward Warriors, as there's that wind whipping a little harder once again here from the John D. Virgilio Sports Complex. Pitch comes home. That one's laced foul down the third base line, and it's now quickly an 0-2 count. Oh, 2 count, nobody on, nobody out. Lucas Judy. Got to find a way, settle in, put down some zeros here if you're the Belle Vernon right-hander. As Judy. Long look in at Jaden Johnson, his catcher into the line. The 0-2, lunged out to Plymeyer at second, on to Wade. 1 up, 1 down on the 4-3. That brings up Daniel Spence. The junior out and left. Spence hitting 200 on the season. Spence, basketball player as well for the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. As Judy comes home with it. In there, strike 1. So 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the second. Judy's 0-1. That one gets away to the backstop from Johnson. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2-0 EF here in the top of the second. Singles by Niggett. Krovac, a walk of grease, loaded them up. Herschel Roth struck out. Peterson grounded out to the second baseman. Plymeyer went to second for 1. Edwards relay got away from Wade. So instead of a twin killing, it was a 2-0 lead, and now it's a 1-2 count here on Daniel Spence. Pitch comes home by Judy. Swing, and that one tipped to the backstop as Daniel Spence stays alive. 1-2 count, 1 out, 2-0 top of the second. Warriors out in front of Belle Vernon. The 1-2 by Judy. That one way up high as it pins off the glove of Johnson once again to the back wall. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And definitely not going to be easy conditions to pitch in here this afternoon at all. Wind, rain, got it all. 2-2 by Judy. Comebacker past the mound. Charged by Edwards. In and out of the glove, and no play. Rolls it over to Alonzo Wade. But another Leopard error and another base runner for Elizabeth forward.
Now batting number 22, Mitchell.
Second error on the Leopards and their starting shortstop. Now Mitchell Buick, 111 on the season for the senior. Was the sixth man on the basketball team for Coach Nolan Larry. One on, one down, and quickly Lucas Judy pounds the zone for strike number one. Warriors led by 4 after 2 yesterday. 2 in the first and 2 in the second. EF quickly up 4-0 over Belle Vernon. As Judy back over, and a close play is sliding just back in safely was Daniel Spence over at the first base bag. Again, throw over. Once again, Daniel Spence in safely. Again, Warriors lost that game earlier this year to the Ringgold Rams at home. Unable to sweep Ringgold, but they've won since. No losses in section play since that Rams loss. That was a game they were able to tie and almost had a chance to win. Had the bases loaded with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Only got 1 run in. Pitch comes home. That one misses inside. 1-2 the count. Mitchell Buick. As rain starts whipping and falling again. 1 on, 1 out. Judy peeks back over. Throw back over. Daniel Spence. A lunge back in safely. 1-2 now on Daniel Spence. Judy set at the belt. The 1-2 home. Spence goes in there. Strike 3. Throw down is not in time. So a strikeout, no throw out. Daniel Spence swipes second with 2 away. Runner in scoring position for the Warriors as Spence steals second, and Charlie Niggett, who started the afternoon off with a single, will head it for his second plate appearance in as many innings. Charlie Niggett 1-for-1 single, stolen base, run scored. And Charlie falls behind 0-1. Oh, 1 to Niggett. Count pulls even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Daniel Spence out at second. An error has allowed this inning to continue, but the Leopards, Judy, looking to put the hammer down here as Niggett skies it up right side of the infield. Going to be a tough play. Wade can't get it. Off of Plymeyer, and in to score comes Daniel Spence. So another error, another run. Third error of the game. We said any fly ball was going to be an adventure. You saw Wade camp under it, then shifted and kept trying to move under. Eventually Plymeyer slid down and had it pop in and out of the glove. And Charlie Niggett reaches on the error. And now Krovac has himself a 3-0 lead, looking to increase upon it ever further. Runner goes, throw down by Johnson late. Charlie Niggett up to 2 steals already here on the afternoon. He's quickly back into scoring position. As Judy pounded the zone for strike 1, Charlie Niggett. Stolen a pair. Judy looking to get out of this. JB singled. His courtesy runner Williams scored. Judy peeks back. As this one's laced out to center. As charging in is Doppelauer to make the grab. That will end the inning. But one more run has come in to score. As 1 run on no hits, a couple of errors in the inning. and one Warrior left stranded as 1.5 chapters have come to a close, and Elizabeth forward leads it 3-0 over the Belle Vernon area Leopards, still looking for their first run of the season against this Warrior squad. EF looking for what would be their 7th straight conference win against the Belle Vernon area Leopards. As last conference win for Belle Vernon against Elizabeth Ford, you have to go all the way back to 2019 here at the John D. Virgilio Sports Complex. It was a 5-4 win for the Belle Vernon area Leopards. 5 EF sweeps, looking for their 3rd straight conference sweep. 6 straight conference wins, including 7-0 yesterday. EF's actually shut out Belle Vernon in their last 2 section games these two teams have played, dating back to the 2022 matchup here at John D. Virgilio. That was a 4-0 win for the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. These teams have played in 10 one-run games since the 2004 season. Belle Vernon's won 6, EF's won 4. As now the rain whipping a little further in. I don't know if we're going to start the bottom of this second right away here. As you can see it on your screen here, come on in. And no surprise there. There was another cell in the area that's about right on cue for hitting here this afternoon. As some spectators go spiraling and running away, we will take a break as rain whipping around, and the Belle Vernon Leopards will be coming to bat down by 3 right here on MVI Live.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills. Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by Phase Up Nutrition today. Phase Up Nutrition, here to help you surpass those unimaginable goals.
Little cell coming through. Shouldn't be long-lived. We'll see how long they do decide to push this through, but it looks like once we get to 5 o'clock today, it's not going to be much of a rain issue. Wind issue, on the other hand, could be the rest of this afternoon. 3-0, the Warriors on top of the Belle Vernon area Leopards. As we are waiting on the bottom of the second inning here this afternoon from the John D. Virgilio Sports Complex, with the Warriors up by 3. As Kodoppelhauer, Judy, Tomalski, and Matusik have already taken their first trip to the plate appearance. It will be Bergman, Wade, and Plymeyer against J.B. Krovac when we get back underway. As we get some hail coming through now here. So we will keep it here. Just stay tuned as I'm going to move some technology around. I'll mute the mic, but I'm going to move some stuff around to get the camera a little more dry. So keep it right here. Rain delay at Belle Vernon from the John D. Virgilio Sports Complex here on MVI Live. Well, as you can see on your screen, tarp coming off and JB Krovac back on the bump. Warriors head back out to the field, and that means looks like we're headed back to play relatively quickly here on MVI Live again. Wind is absolutely swirling and howling as we can't see it on this view. Let's switch cameras that we had to move. The pants, the jersey of JB Krovac just absolutely gliding. We've already seen one ball that was taken by the wind result in a run directly. Just one earned run here this afternoon for the Warriors. That was their first. As EF up 3-0. Strikeout, error, strikeout, flyout for the Belle Vernon half of inning number one by Doppelbauer, Judy Tomolsky, and Matusik. Bergman, Wade, and Plymeyer due up against the lefty JB Krovac here this afternoon. Belle Vernon coming off their first section championship in 12 years, 1967, 2001, 2002, 2012, and 2024. Their section championship hopes took a, hurt yesterday, took a hit yesterday with that loss to the Elizabeth Forward.
If you can hear me, please turn your headlights off. Request of the umpires.
As they're trying to get every car that people are sitting in up above to turn their headlights off. As, again, if Belle Vernon wins out,
thank you.
they'll still have a section title because EF does have a loss to Ringgold as well. So that's something to look at as this season continues. If Belle Vernon can come back in this game, they still will be in the driver's seat if they can earn the split. Going to be easier said than done with a 3-run disadvantage early on in this game. West Mifflin very formidable foe as well. West Mifflin played a thriller yesterday, 1-0. They were able to knock off Ringgold at the Kenton Griffey Senior Field. Those two teams playing up at West Mifflin today, and no doubt that game's on time as expected on that all-turf field up there, as that one slammed off the backstop for strike one. I remember doing a EF West Mifflin game there in the middle of the monsoon week last year, where I think it was like the only game in a week-and-a-half span that was actually played. 0-1 here on Connor Bergman. 231 on the season for Bergman. As Bergman, ground ball out the short. Pick there, A.J. Grease. Throw across, and that gets away from Nate Grimm. So another error and another base runner as Nate Grimm unable to track that one down. 5th error of the game. Nate Grimm just completely misread that one. So a leadoff base runner for the Warriors. And now it's Wade. Wade had 2 of the Leopards' 3 hits yesterday. Left-on-left matchup here against JB Krovac. Ringgold up 3-0 on West Mifflin here today. That game's in the top of the 4th after losing 1-0 yesterday. Wade showing bunt. Krovac comes home. That one misses. Ball 1 to Alonzo Wade. So that's an interesting one to look after a 1-0 win yesterday. West Mifflin may be on the precipice of their first loss. Martina on the bump today for the Titans. 2-0 count on Alonzo Wade. Went 2 for 3 yesterday, did the lefty. Ohio Dominican football commit Wade. Missed all of basketball season with an injury. Coming back out for baseball, 2-0. Wade pulls back. And Alonzo Wade finds himself in a 2-1 count. First strike in there by JB Krovac after the leadoff error. Pitch comes home. Wade takes again. Now 3-1 on Alonzo Wade. So Wade way up in the count here. Runner at first for Belle Vernon, taking his lead as Bergman reached on the air. Krovac peeks back over. 3-1 Wade takes. And the count fills up. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, nobody out. 3-0 Warriors on top of Belle Vernon. And if Ringgold beats West Mifflin and the Warriors win today, they will absolutely put themselves in the driver's seat. Swing and a miss as J.B. Krovac fans Alonzo Wade. Third strikeout for J.B. Krovac. Plymeyer, 364 on the year. He's driven in 3, 1 out, 1 on. So the sophomore Plymeyer, first pitch by Krovac, up and out for ball 1. And we'll keep watch on that game up at West Mifflin. Just in the top of the 4th. We're in the bottom of the 2nd. Here's Plymeyer. Hefty cut and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Lep still looking for their first hit of the game against J.B. Krovac. Krovac peeks back over. Pitch up and out again. As showing bunt that time was Plymeyer. Chase Petrosky on deck. Plus 300 hitter as well. 2-1 count against the right-hander Plymeyer. Krovac looks back over. 2-1. Shows bump, pulls back. As that one gets away from Krovac out to the second baseman Grimes. 2-2 count. 1 on, 1 away. And JB wants a new baseball. 2-2 count. 1 out, 1 on. Plymeyer at the dish. Krovac set, comes over to first and back in safely. That's Bergman, reached on the air to start this inning. Krovac once again looks over. 2-2. Plymeyer skies it up and out. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bergman at first. 3-0 lead here for the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. 2-2 by Krovac. Back-to-back full counts by the lefty. Krovac looks back over at Bergman. Payoff pitch by J.B. Krovac. That one misses, ball 4. Good job by Plymeyer working the count back in his favor. And the Leps have 2 on with 1 away for Chase Petrosky, the sophomore right fielder. He's driven in 3. Belle Vernon down by a trio here. Tying run in the form of Petrosky at the plate. First baseman Nate Grimm playing well in on the infield grass. As bunt shown, fouled off over the backstop by Petrosky for strike 1. Trying to move both Bergman and the likes of Plymeyer into scoring position. Bergman is out at second. Ringgold's taking a 4-0 lead now over West Mifflin. Petrosky shows bunt again. This time pulls back 1-1. Leps tried to bunt with Wade. Plymeyer showed bunt once, and now same with Petrosky. The sophomore batting .350 shows bunt, has to jump out of the way of that one. 1-2 now on Chase Petrosky. Bergman out at second, over at first. That's going to be Plymeyer. 2-1 count on Chase Petrosky. Tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the second with a 3-0 Warrior advantage. As Krovac steps up. Two-1. Petrosky bunts to Grimm. Grimm turns, throws to the second baseman. Grimes covering. It's a 3-4 sack bunt, retiring Petrosky for out number 2. That moves Plymeyer to second, Bergman to third, and now Jaden Johnson with 2 outs. We'll have to look for a big 2-out knock, but I think maybe your thought process if you're Coach Tony Watson, we've seen so many balls get to the backstop, even with 2 outs, there's a good chance a wild pitch could bring in a run here. So Coach Watson electing to play some small ball, said that was going to be a bit of the recipe this year. Obviously, you lost some big-time power bats in Jetico and, of course, the likes of Adam LaCarpe, but quickly an 0-2 count on the right-handed hitting Johnson. So one strike away from Krovac working out of this one, 0-2. And strike three looking, so J.B. Krovac up to 4 punch-outs. Belle Vernon gets 2 more base runners without the luxury of a hit. Another error in the inning. Leps have stranded 3 through 2. And Belle Vernon still scoreless. It's 3-0. Elizabeth forward out in front after 2 right here on MVI Live.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills. Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by Phase Up Nutrition today. Phase Up Nutrition, here to help you surpass those unimaginable goals.
Back here on MVI Live as we get set to start the top of the third between the Warriors and the Leopards as Johnson strikes out to end the inning. And it's 3-0 EF headed to the top of inning number 3. As Belle Vernon, I believe, I'm going to double check here before I tell you, I believe we may have a new man out in left field. Looks like that is Parker Lind who is going out into left field, replacing Cole Matusik. And I'll officially give you that, but I believe now Parker Lind out in left for Belle Vernon. Saw him headed out there without a warm-up on. Didn't see Matusik come out as Lucas Judy gets set for the top of the third. So Parker Lind is now out in left, replacing Matusik. Lind did come in as a courtesy runner earlier. So I don't know why Cole Matusik coming out of this game for Belle Vernon, but it is Parker Lind replacing him.
Now batting for EF number 1, A.J. Grease.
A.J. Grease, the senior, walked and was retired on a 4-6 fielder's choice back in inning number 1. That ended up bringing in the opening 2 runs of the game. The Mercyhurst commit. First pitch swinging, lines it out to center. That one bobbled and quickly thrown back in by the Belle Vernon center fielder. Actually, it might have been Cole Doppelhauer coming out of this game. I think Matusik's now out in center. So I think that might be the switch, and it is indeed. So Cole Doppelhauer, the one coming out of this game, not Matusik. Is back in safely at first is A.J. Grease. So Matusik now in center. Leadoff single by Grease. As stolen base. So here's the official change. Lind comes in. He is now in left. Matusik goes from left to center. Doppelhauer from center to second. Plymeyer from second to short. And everything else stays the same. So they remove Edwards from the game. As finally get that all squared away. Runner at second. 3-0 count here on the likes of Cy Herschelroth. And Cy Herschelroth draws the free pass. So 2 on, nobody out. Top of the third inning. Single and a walk. Jacob Peterson will take his first cut of the afternoon. 0-1 count on Peterson. Chopper, right side, foul ball. Past Alonzo Wade by an inch. So runners will go back in an 0-2 count on Peterson. Judy struck out 2 so far through 2 innings. 2 on for the second straight time with nobody out, this time here in the third. Pitch comes home, that one bounces. We've already seen a couple of errors by the Leopard shortstop, that being the removal of this game for Belle Vernon. And shifting the rest of the field around. Pitch comes home by Judy, and Lucas Judy, strike 3, looking for out number 1. So a big punch out of Jacob Peterson. Third strikeout for Lucas Judy. Grimm grounded back out to the pitcher, Judy. That was back to end inning number 1. And Nate Grimm, sister, is a standout softball player for EF as well. Swing and a miss by Grimm, strike 1. Olivia, she's going to Gannon to play softball at the next level. Got to see Olivia and the Lady Warriors pick up an 8-0 win yesterday over West Mifflin. That was a really good back-and-forth game, and the Warriors came on offensively late as ball in the dirt. Charlie Niggett, or make that, AJ Grease takes advantage. One count on Nate Grimm. Runners at the corners here for the Warriors. Pitch comes home by Judy. Skied up and out of play. Down the third baseline. 1-2 now on Nate Grimm, the lefty. The junior Grimm. Pair on. Warriors up by 3. Split with Ringgold at EF. Belle Vernon swept. There goes the runner from first. Fouled off on the hit and run as Cy Herschelroth will have to retreat. And Herschelroth pitched a gem yesterday. Threw a 10 strikeout no-hitter earlier this year against Ringgold. And scouted by the Pirates, scouted by the Rockies. Already committed to go to Akron. One of 2 D1 pitchers in this game. Throw back over Wade. A good job to keep it in front as that one a little wide of the bag by Lucas Judy. AJ Grease, the Merciers, commit off of third. Herschelroth over at first. 1-2 count here on the lefty, Nate Grimm. Judy's fan 3 looking for a fourth. Herschelroth goes, swing and a miss. Throw down, cut back off by Judy, trying to catch Grease in between. As AJ Grease will retreat back to the bag. So 2 in scoring position with 2 away. Back-to-back punch-outs by Lucas Judy. Now Jackson grounded out to the second baseman. That was Plymeyer at the time to start the second. 2 outs, 2 on against Judy here in the top of the third. Jackson's driven in 3, has 2 in scoring position here. Pitch by Judy. Chases, curveball gets away. Kept, though, close enough by the catcher Johnson for no advancement of the runners. So staying back at third will be Grease. Herschelroth out at second. 0-1 count here on Landon Jackson. The Lady Warriors of EF, a 15-0 win over Oakland Catholic today. Ground ball, slow roller. Doppelauer, the scoop, going to be a tough play, and spikes it into the ground. That's going to allow another to score. So 2 more Warriors touch home, and it's 5-0 Elizabeth forward. A slow roller gets EF up by 5. As both Grease and Herschelroth come in to score. So Daniel Spence now with 2 outs and 1 on. 5-0 EF out in front. Spence reached on an E6. And now out of of the dugout, everyone comes. Conclave at the pitching circle, and it's a 5-0 Elizabeth forward lead over Belle Vernon in the top of the third, with Daniel Spence coming to the plate. Belle Vernon up to 4 errors, and we haven't even finished the top of the third. 2 outs, 1 on. You have 5 runs, and just 1 of them earned here today. 2 outs, 1 on. Pitch by Judy, chopped. Third base bag, going to be a tough play. Bergman across the weight in time to end the inning. So Bergman ends the inning on the 5-3, but the damage has been done as 2 more touch home for the Warriors. They're up to 5 on 1 hit, 1 walk, an error in the inning, 1 left stranded. And after 2.5, it's Elizabeth forward, 5 Belle Vernon, nothing. Can the Leopards get the bats going against J.B. Krovac? We'll find out. It's 1, 2, 3 inside the Belle Vernon batting order here on MVI Live. And also with those substitutions, there will be no change in the Belle Vernon batting order, as the man who came out was the flex of Jack Edwards, replaced by Parker Lind. So there is no change in that batting order for Belle Vernon. Everything will stay the same. Scoreboard reads 5-0 though here in favor of the Warriors as the errors continue to accumulate. 6 combined errors here this afternoon. Belle Vernon, normally a 90% plus fielding team. That has not been the case against Elizabeth forward. Yesterday, Belle Vernon had 4, 5, 6 errors yesterday. They've added on 4 more today, so 10 errors against Elizabeth forward for Belle Vernon this season. And we haven't even played a full 3 innings this afternoon. So Belle Vernon, their work cut out for them here in the bottom of the third. But as I was mentioning, the lady on Oakland Catholic today, that was a 15-0 win for Elizabeth forward. Belle Vernon's softball team knocked off EF on Saturday of last weekend, 6-4. So Cole Doppelauer, now the senior second baseman. He struck out first time. As Doppelauer fouls it off for strike 1. Pitch to Doppelauer, half-hearted swing, but a swing indeed, and it's quickly 0-2. J.B. Krovac already has fanned 4. On the precipice of maybe number 5, the lefty, long look in, quick pitch in, and Doppelauer fouls it off. Count stays 0-2 on Cole Doppelauer. 0-2 count on Doppelauer. Pitch comes home, breaking ball, swing and a miss. And J.B. Krovac adds another victim. His 5th strikeout of the game. Second time he's got Doppelauer swinging. Now Judy, one of 3 Belle Vernon base runners in this game. Leps without the luxury of a hit. He reached on an E5 by Peterson. First pitch to Judy. Krovac fires it down and low for ball 1. Krovac the 1-0. As Judy, ground ball short, Grease up with it, AJ across, that one gets away. Close play down the line. I'm not going to be the one judging it. That's why, sometimes we bring up the team's game changers. Bastido, will run for the pitcher Judy, with Lynn now in the outfield.
For the pitcher, number 22, Alex Bastido.
So Bastido at first with 1 away. From the Leopard game changer,
Parker Lind.
Lucas Judy reaches on the air by A.J. Grease. So actually there was a change as well.
So Seth Tomalski's DH spot has been replaced by Parker Lind. Lind committed to Kent State. Takes strike one. That's the third error against Elizabeth forward. Belle Vernon hasn't made the Warriors pay yet. One count on Lynn batting here in the third. One offering to Parker Lynn, swing and a miss. Now 1-2. One out, one on. 5-0 EF out in front. Got to start chipping away if you're Belle Vernon. Lynn batting .200 on the season. He's driven in 2. As Lynn bends back out of the way of that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bastido over at first, the courtesy runner for Lucas Judy. A lot of room through the right side of the infield if Lynn can take something the other way. And strike 3 looking, so Parker Lind retired, and J.B. Krovac fans another 6 strikeouts for J.B. Krovac as the left-hander continues to deal up to 32 strikeouts on the season. And now it's Cole Matusik who flew out to the left fielder first time by, taking strike 1 from J.B. Krovac. Saw Krovac pitch really well against Ringgold until he started to run out of steam and lose some control. He's been pretty good in control today with all the conditions to boot. A couple of full counts last inning, 1 on Wade, 1 on Plymeyer that did result in a walk. Swing and a miss by Matusik, 0-2 now on Cole Matusik. Another cell coming through here as the 0-2 by Krovac, as dancing out of the way of that one was Cole Matusik. 5-0 Warriors lead. 3 hits, 4 Leopard errors, 3 Warrior errors, no Leopard hits. And it's 3-0 in favor of Elizabeth forward, the 1-2. Matusik fouls it up and out. Count stays put. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. 5-0 EF out in front. Warriors have taken advantage of every opportunity given to them today. The 1-2, Krovac misses. Count pulls even. 2-2 is that one up and out of the zone on Cole Matusik. Time called and granted to Matusik as the rain picks up a little more. Might see a delay before the start of the 4th as well. Wait to see on that. It's Cole Matusik waiting. The 2-2 offering by Krovac. And the count full now, 3-2 on Cole Matusik. 1 on, 2 out, 5-0 Elizabeth forward out in front. West Mifflin battling back against Ringgold. That game now 4-3 in the bottom of the 5th against Kozel. Krovac steps off. So Ringgold clinging to a 4-3 lead in the bottom of the 5th with 1 out. As Matusik in the air, right side, dropping. That one's going to get to the wall. Rounding Bastido. He will hold at third. It's a double by Matusik as Bastido goes from first to third on the first Leopard hit of the game. A 2-out double by Cole Matusik. And Belle Vernon hoping for a 2-out spark here. So Cole Matusik doubles, Bastido on to third. And now it's going to be Connor Bergman reached on an error. Bergman, he's driven in 9 this season. That's second most on the Leopard roster. As holds back, but it's strike 1 on the righty Bergman. And J.B. Krovac calling out his catcher Landon Jackson wants to have a quick
chat with him. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. EF, 5 runs. Just one of those runs is earned here this afternoon for the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. Leps had 2 on in scoring position last inning. Unable to bring home a run against J.B. Krovac, who's given up just 1 hit today. 0-1 count on the right-hander Bergman. Pitch comes home. Bergman takes. Count evens up 1-1. Average not there, but he's batted in a ton of runs this year. Just 231 on the season. Wade on deck. He struck out on a full count last inning. As Bergman, hefty swing and a miss, now 1-2. Rain coming down even harder. J.B. Krovac. Headlights back on, and that's the issue where we're going to stop the game and stop the 1-2 offering from J.B. Krovac. Cars turning on, people sitting inside, and automatic headlights, I'm sure, are playing their rearing their ugly head. As J.B. Krovac, 1-2 home, strike 3 looking. As Krovac fans another, and J.B. strands 2 more. 7 strikeouts for J.B. Krovac. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. Leopards have stranded 5 through 3, and it's a 5-0 Elizabeth Forward lead right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live. And it looks like we're going to take another brief delay as we will take a break and come back and have the top of the 4th eventually here on MVI Live.
It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300.
Well, as you see it, Tarp headed back out on the field here at the John D. Virgilio Sports Complex, and my radar is correct. We should have, maybe in the next 10 minutes, this should be the last heavy cell, then a couple little just spurts, maybe the rest of the way, if we are lucky, if we are fortunate enough to see that. 5-0 Warriors through 3.5, so we'll see what happens here as we are getting set for the top of the 4th with EF scoring 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. Back-to-back singles by Niggin and Krovac to start the game. A walk to Grease, strikeout of Hersheroth. Fielder's choice could have been a double play, would have kept it scoreless, but instead the Warriors plated 2. EF would add 1 in the second. It was a ground out, an error, a strikeout, another error, plating the 3rd run of the game in the form of Daniel Spence, making it 3-0 EF. A leadoff single and a walk for Grease and Hersheroth. Back-to-back strikeouts of Peterson and Grimm. And then Landon Jackson would reach on an E4 after Belle and played a rotation with their fielding. No better results, and it's 5-0 Warriors. Leopards have 10 errors in 2 games against Elizabeth Forward. EF looking for their 7th straight section win against Belle Vernon. Of course, a couple of seasons not in the same section. EF taking advantage of every opportunity given to them today. A delayed start because of the weather, and now into our second, third delay maybe here this afternoon before we get to the 4th, as it's a 5-0 Warrior lead. We'll take a break, come back right here on MVI Live.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills. Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by Phase Up Nutrition today. Phase Up Nutrition, here to help you surpass those unimaginable goals. There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? Three-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee, Community, and More, located at 103rd Street in Menneson. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More.
5-0 EF out in front. Top of the fourth is in a delay once again. We'll take a look around the valley at some other scores and games going on in the area. Check back in on West Mifflin and Ringgold, as that game right now is a 4-3 Rams victory. Top of the sixth with 2 outs. Martina on the end of his day at 93 pitches, facing Skylar Mucci in that one. Other games, as I mentioned, Elizabeth Forward Lady Warriors with a 15-0 victory on top of the Oakland Catholic Eagles. Sarah Catholic up 11-3 over the Menneson Greyhounds here this afternoon. I know South Allegheny was starting a game versus East Allegheny. That game is delayed as well. In the top of the second, South Allegheny up 2-0 with the bases loaded. So SA up 2-0 with the bases loaded against East Allegheny in the top of the second inning. Our game 5-0, of course, here. Some other games, let's take a look around the area. If the California Trojans and the Bentworth Bearcats are still going on. That game started late. It's just in the top of the second. 1-0 Cal with 2 on and 2 out in the top of the second. So Cal trying to break that one open in their favor after winning yesterday. Let's see if any other games. Yonk and Burrow going on today. The Lady Cougars up 6-3 up on Cougar Mountain. That game in the bottom of the second. So it looks like maybe the rain's starting to dissipate just a tad. We'll see if that does indeed become the case. It's 5-0 Elizabeth Forward as we get set for the top of the fourth once the weather subsides and heads back away, and we can continue on here this afternoon with some high school baseball again. Once this cell gets through, which looks like maybe in the next 10 or so minutes, we shall be back to baseball. We're going to leave it here. Just get ready and eventually come back with inning number 4 right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live. Another delay, and back out goes Belle Vernon to take the tarp off the mound as we look to get set for the top of the fourth inning. And you want to get through the fifth. Make this one an official game if more weather does decide to show up here this afternoon. Five nothing EF leads. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. It was a 7-0 Warrior victory yesterday. As we'll see if any sort of work gets done up on the bump before we get back to play here in this one. As Lucas Judy gets set to get back out for Belle Vernon. 5-0 lead, top of the fourth. For the Warriors, it's 9-1-2. Vuick, Niggett, and Krovac due up here this half inning against Lucas Judy. He's given up 3 hits. Belle Vernon's committed 4 errors here in this contest. As Bergman and the Belle Vernon infield loosening back up after a longer delay. We've had a couple delays here in this contest already. Again, Belle Vernon, EF combined so far 7 errors here in this game. As Judy loosening up once again as we get set back to get underway here in inning number 4. Probably a little bit of a longer warm-up as well. Granted, after that delay allowed Judy to loosen back up, and I think they're going to put some Diamond Dry out on the mound. So Judy off the mound, loosening right now. We'll step aside, take a break, come back, and finally, hopefully, get back underway right here on MVI Live.
It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300.
So Diamond Dry being placed on the pitching mound, trying to get back underway in this section showdown between the Warriors and the Leopards. Also placed some out around the diamond at the second base bag, maybe here at third as well. As some field maintenance continues on, trying to get this game in. West Mifflin did take a lead over the Ringgold Rams in their contest, as that's now 5-4 West Mifflin over the Ringgold Rams. Hunter Horn went deep in that one, and Judy now getting to take a look, see if he likes the mound, and able to get back underway as Belle Vernon and Elizabeth Ford, and a 5-0 Warrior advantage here on MVI Live. Top of the fourth inning. Again, this is how Belle Vernon's defense is laid out. Parker Linden left, Cole Matusik in center with Petrosky at right. And it's going to be Bergman, Plymeyer, Doppelhauer, Wade around the infield with Judy pitching, Johnson catching. Five nothing Warriors lead, top four. diamond dry applied. Judy loosening back up. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit longer of a start back up when the Warriors head back to the mound, allow JB to loosen back up as well, as both teams eager to get back underway. So Lucas Judy continues his warm-up tosses here. 5-0 Warriors lead. Buick, Niggett, and Krovac do up this inning for Elizabeth forward. Now stepping up to the dish, here comes Mitchell Buick for the Elizabeth forward. Warriors is finally back to baseball here this afternoon. So Buick will dig in against the right-hander Judy. Struck out looking back in the second, did Mitchell Buick. So Buick digs in, Judy back underway. First pitch by Lucas. Judy misses or finds the zone for strike one. So Judy gets ahead of Mitchell Buick. Make it 0-2. The 0-2 by Lucas Judy. Fouled off the backstop. Count stays put 0-2 here on Mitchell Buick. Top of the fourth inning. 5-0 EF out in front. Judy long look in. The 0-2 by Lucas Judy. Breaking ball, strike three. Looking, and Lucas Judy 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the fourth. Fifth strikeout by Lucas Judy. That's going to bring in Niggett. Singled and scored the opening run. Reached on an E4. Stole a pair of bases as well today. Has Charlie Niggett for the Warriors. Judy comes home. First pitch, strike one. As in and out of the glove of Johnson. Lucas Judy, long look into the line. 0-1 by Judy. Breaking ball up high at the letters for strike two. As that one just misses 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on here. Top four. 5-0 Warriors lead. Warriors have been able to bounce back since that loss this season to Ringgold. 7-2 on the year is Elizabeth forward. Belle Vernon lost her first game yesterday as this one skied out to left center. Gets down. There's Charlie Niggett gliding into second with a double. So Charlie Niggett with a 1-out double. Second hit of the game for Charlie Niggett. And now Krovac a chance to help his own cause. The lefty singled and lined out to center. Pitch comes home. Misses ball one to Krovac. Strikeout and a double. Niggett now 2 for 3. See if he comes in motion to third. He stole a pair of bases already. Judy peeks back. The 1-0 offering home. Krovac check swing, no swing. Now 2-0 on JB Krovac. 5-0 lead for the Elizabeth forward Warriors as Charlie Niggett stands out at second. Single and a line out for Krovac. 20 runs batted in for Krovac this season. Now 2-1 count, 1 out. 1 aboard here in the top of the fourth. 5-0 Warriors out in front. Lucas Judy peeks back. The 2-1 by Judy. Niggett goes in the air. And that one out of play down the left field line. Now 2-2 on JB Krovac. 1 out, 1 on. 5-0 Warrior advantage. Judy comes home with it. Grounder out to Doppelhauer. Scoops, throw to first in time on the play. Charlie Niggett advances the third. So Niggett at third with 2 outs after the 4-3 retirement of J.B. Krovac. Now here comes A.J. Grease. 1 for 1 with a single, a walk, and a run scored. Niggett takes his lead off of third. As now stepping off is Lucas Judy. 2 outs. 1 on, 5-0 EF. Judy trying to put up a 0 for the first time today. Pitch comes home as Grease lines it out to right center, drops down, and it's a 2-out RBI single for A.J. Grease. And the Warriors had a 6th run on another hit this inning. A.J. Grease comes through. His second hit of the game. He's now 2 for 2. Herschel Roth 0 for 1 with a strikeout, a walk, and a run scored. 6-0 EF out in front. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Sun now peeking out. Throw back over. Greason safely at first. AJ stole second last inning when he reached. Pitch to Herschel Roth. That one misses the side. Grease takes his lead off first. 2 outs, the 1-0. Grease goes, and Cy fouls that one away. Count now 1-1. AJ will have to retreat back down to the first base bag. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 1 more in. 2-1, 2-1. Runs that have come across for Elizabeth forward. They lead by 6. 1-1 to Herschel Roth. Up high, misses. Now 2-1 to Cy Herschel Roth. Charlie takes his lead off of, AJ takes his lead off of first. Throw back over. Grease dives back in safely. Warriors an extra inning loss to Ringgold and a 6-1 loss to Indiana. That's it on the loss column. Count now 3-1 on the lefty Herschel Roth. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. AJ takes his lead off first. Runner goes 3-1, swing and a miss. And AJ Grease into second standing. Count fills up 3-2. Second stolen base by AJ Grease. Herschel Roth with a runner in scoring position. Payoff pitch by Lucas Judy. That one skied up and out. Count stays full. As given a look at it was Bergman as that one bounces out here on the near side. Judy, another long look in. Set at the belt by Judy. Payoff pitch once again by Lucas. Strike 3 looking as Lucas Judy will end the inning, but another run comes in to score. Judy has struck out 6 through 4, but now a 6th Warrior has touched home. 1 run, a couple of hits. No errors in the inning for the first time today for Belle Vernon, and 1 left stranded. But the Warriors do plate 1 more. They lead 6-0 here on MVI Live as we head to the home half of inning number 4. As Belle Vernon back to work offensively. They've been unable to plate a run. They've stranded so far in this contest 5 base runners. They've stranded 2 runners, or make it 4 of those 5 in scoring position so far. So Belle Vernon unable to get the big hit as the Warriors lead 6-0. J.B. Krovac will head back to work, see if he gets a bit of an extended go of tossing after that long delay. We saw a little bit of extra time for Judy on field maintenance as well as now some work in the batter's box. But the Warriors have added one more run as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. EF with a 6-0 advantage. Wade, Plymeyer, and Petrosky do up this inning for the Belle Vernon area Leopards. Reset the defense for you as well here for Elizabeth forward. So what they look like is, of course, it's Jackson catching J.B. Krovac. Behind J.B., it's Peterson at third, Grease at short, with Grimes at second and Nate Grimm at first. The outfield is Spence, Niggett, and Vuick for the Elizabeth forward Warriors as J.B. Krovac loosening back up with some more field maintenance in play now over at the first base bag, trying everything to get this game to completion. Delayed start, delayed a couple times in the middle. And it's a 6-0 Warrior advantage. See if we get a final or update on that game, as it has indeed just went final. West Mifflin beats Ringgold 5-4. Ringgold strands the tying run at third. So Alonzo Wade struck out on a full count back in the second. Wade had 2 of the Leopards' 3 hits yesterday against Cy Herschelroth. JB into the line. Pitch comes home by Krovac for ball 1. The 1-0 by J.B. Krovac. 1-1 now here on Alonzo Wade. As Wade chops it through the 5-hole of Nate Grimm, backing up, and almost a chance for Grimes as an E3 starts us here in the fourth. Both teams with 4 errors. Plymeyer walked, stranded at second. Back in inning number 2. Well, Vernon has the leadoff base runner aboard for the second time today. As Plymeyer bunts, throw by Krovac over to Grimm. So a 1-3 retirement on the sack by Plymeyer. Runner in scoring position now with 1 away for Belle Vernon. Petrosky, he hit a 3-4 sack bunt. His first trip to the dish. Well, Vernon got to find a way to start chipping away at this 6-0 deficit. Krovac peeks back. Pitch comes home. That one misses, ball 1. And last 2 games, Warriors have shut out the Leopards in conference play. As that one in there 1-1. A few seasons ago, Belle Vernon was 4-3 victors at Elizabeth forward. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, 1 out. 6-0 EF out in front. Krovac's 1-1, swing and a miss. 1-2. As Petrosky falls behind in the count. 7 strikeouts already for J.B. Krovac. Krovac set at the belt. The lefty looks back. The southpaw comes home. Strike 3 looking J.B. Krovac. Fans another. 8 strikeouts by J.B. Krovac. And now Jaden Johnson with a runner in scoring position and 2 away will take hits, cuts. He struck out looking first time against Krovac. 6-0 Warriors on top of the Belle Vernon area Leopards. Krovac peeks back, now comes home with it as Johnson out to left. Wade will head to third, now he'll round, throw to home, off the relay is in time. A delay going home by Alonzo Wade, and Belle Vernon unable to play to run. As Wade off the hesitation at third and thrown out, Krovac fires it home, retiring Wade at home. So Alonzo Wade retired at home to end the inning, and the Warriors keep a 6-0 lead up over Belle Vernon as we head to the fifth right here on MVI Live.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills. Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by Phase Up Nutrition today. Phase Up Nutrition, here to help you surpass those unimaginable goals.
Belle Vernon a chance to break through, but it was a picture-perfect play. Daniel Spence charging and got to the third baseman, Peterson, on to Jackson. There was a little hesitation by Alonzo Wade up here at third. And if he runs hard the whole way, even though Spence was charging on the Johnson signal, if Wade does not stop, it is probably a 6-1 game, and Belle Vernon gets on the board. But instead, Daniel Spence comes up firing right on the money. Peterson on to Jackson, and that's all she wrote for the bottom of the fourth. Belle Vernon, no runs that inning, got one hit. They strand one, and there was one error as well. So the Leopards have stranded now 6 runners through 4 innings. They are still scoreless here in this one against J.B. Krovac and the Elizabeth Forward Warriors, as it is Lucas Judy back to work as we start the 5th frame this evening here from the John D. Virgilio Sports Complex. 6-0 EF scored every inning. Peterson, Grimm, and Jackson do up this inning against Lucas Judy of Belle Vernon. Belle Vernon, last run came against Laurel Highlands. 9-2, 12-4 doubleheader victories for the Leopards. So now Peterson, 375 and RBI today. He's 0 for 2 with a fielder's choice and a strikeout. Also an assist on that last play, denying Belle Vernon their first run of the game. Lucas Judy into the line. First pitch by Judy, and that one's lined out to center and drops down in between the outfielders in right center as Peterson into second standing as Jacob Peterson with a leadoff 2-bagger. Sixth hit of the game for the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. A leadoff double by Peterson. He's now 1 for 3. Grimm 0 for 2. He'll take his first cuts of this inning. The lefty looking for his first hit. Strikeout and ground out on the ledger of Grimm. Wastes no time lacing it into center as Cole Matusik hauls it in for out number 1. Pitch comes home. That one misses to Jackson. Peterson back to second. Top 5, 6-0. Warriors have scored every inning against Judy. Just 2 runs earned, though, against the right-hander. As the 1-0 in there, 1-1, 1 out. Runner in scoring position again for Elizabeth Forward. One by Judy. Chopper, third base bag, picked up in foul territory by Bergman. Now 1-2 on Landon Jackson. Grounded out to the second baseman back in the second, and then reached on an error by the second baseman Plymeyer in the third. or excuse me, by the second baseman Doppelhauer at that time of the third. Chopper back to short. Plymeyer throws it. It's late. As safe at first. Now runners at the corners as Belle Vernon in a sticky situation once again. Tough play by Plymeyer. Running hard was Jackson, the catcher, down the line. Single by Jackson.
For Daniel Spence.
So runners at the corners with one away for Daniel Spence. 7 hits on the game for Elizabeth forward. 83 pitches for Judy. Pitch comes home. That one fouled off for strike one on Daniel Spence. On the afternoon, Daniel reached on an E6 back in the second. Grounded out to the third baseman. Bergman back in the third. He stole a base. He scored a run as well here this afternoon. As Judy set at the belt, runners at the corners, one out. As Spence pops it up right side out of play. Now 0-2 on Daniel Spence. Warriors have taken full advantage of all the miscues today. 4 Leopard airs, 6 Warrior runs. As Lucas Judy set at the belt, the 0-2 by the right-hander Lucas Judy. Runner goes from first. That one misses. Throw down, cut off. Runner breaks for home. Slides in safe at home as Jacob Peterson in to score the 7th. And it's 7-0 Elizabeth forward. As swiping second on the play was Jackson's runner Rager. So the courtesy runner Rager steals second. Throw went to second. And on the delayed break, it was Peterson coming in to score. Swing and a miss. Spence goes down as there's out number 2. 7 strikeouts now for Judy. Chad Rager out at second base. Football player as well for the Warriors. Committed to go to my alma mater, Coach Watson's alma mater as well, Waynesburg. He'll be playing football there for the Yellow Jackets. As that one skied up and out for strike one. Top 5, 7-0. Warriors out in front. They've scored every single inning here this afternoon. And another runner in scoring position, and Rager out at second. 0-1, Buick, or excuse me, yeah, it is Buick. Checks up for strike 2. Seven 0 your final yesterday, 7-0 today. As Lucas Judy, the 0-2, swing and a miss. Down goes Buick, so back-to-back punch-outs by the Leopards and Lucas Judy. But another run comes in to score on 2 hits, no errors, 1 more left stranded. And we're through 4.5. EF up by 7. Belle Vernon still unable to score a run against the Warriors. It would be the 7th straight section win for Elizabeth forward against Belle Vernon, barring a massive Leopard miracle here this evening. 2-1, 2-1-1 is your score by inning for Elizabeth forward. Belle Vernon stranded 1 runner in the first, stranded 2 in the second and the third, had a runner thrown out at home to end the 4th. As Belle Vernon down 7-0, J.B. Krovac has struck out 8 Belle Vernon Leopards through 4 innings of work here this afternoon as well. And it's been a start-stop afternoon, got delayed by 19 minutes from the jump. Then rain has halted and restarted this game about 3 times throughout the course, and J.B. Krovac unaffected so far this afternoon for Elizabeth forward, as he will head back to work on the bump for his 5th inning of work, with his squad now up 7-0 this afternoon, or early evening, 6:04. So since first pitch nearing 2 hours, but again, rain has halted us. It's going to be Doppelhauer, Judy, and Parker Lind due up. Doppelhauer struck out twice already against J.B. Krovac this afternoon. So Doppelhauer digs in, the speedy second baseman, first pitch swinging. Fouls it off the backstop. Strike one now on Cole Doppelhauer. The 0-1 by Krovac. As JB makes it quickly 0-2 in his favor. Looking for strikeout number 9. The 0-2 by Krovac. That one bounces. No chase. 1-2 the count on the Leopards senior. Cole Doppelhauer steps back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. Top 5. JB Krovac. The lesser-known lefty for the Warriors. Still just as dominant as Doppelhauer fouls it off right side out of play. Obviously, Cy Herschelroth gets so much of the attention, but J.B. Krovac here in his junior season, sub-3 earned run average. As the count now, 2-2 on Cole Doppelhauer. 2 outs, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th, excuse me. Feels like we're in the bottom of the 12th with how long we've went today with all the start-stop. Ground ball, Grimes to Grimm. 1 up, 1 down. Doppelhauer retired on the 4-3. So J.B. Krovac gets another quick out. Here's Judy. He's reached twice without the luxury of a hit. An error by the second baseman Grimes and an error by the shortstop Grease has allowed Lucas Judy to reach. Lind ran for him in the first, was stranded at first. Bastido ran for him in the third. He was stranded at third. First pitch to Judy. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 on Lucas Judy. 1 out, nobody on. As 1-1, the count evens up here on Lucas Judy. 1 out, bottom 5. 7-0 lead for Elizabeth Ford. JB fires another as Judy out to center and quickly tossed back in. It's going to be a 1-out base knock for Lucas Judy. 3rd hit of the game for Belle Vernon.
Now batting number 16, Parker Lind.
2nd AB of the game for Parker Lind. He struck out looking back in the 3rd. As this spot has struck out twice, Tomalski struck out looking in the 1st. As Lind swings through it for strike 1. Judy staying out there, so no courtesy runner this time for the pitcher, Lucas Judy. Pitch comes home. Lind takes 1-1. Lucas around 90. Krovac at 75 here in the 5th. Swing and a miss by Lind on the pitch down of the zone. 1-2. Be close for JB to make it to the end as well. As that one gets away to the backstop, and Lucas Judy trots up 90 feet. Give him second base. 2-2 count on Parker Lind. So on the wild pitch, Judy advances. 2-2 on Lind. 1 out, bottom of the 5th, 7-0 Warriors lead. Two-two to Lind. Parker chops it back to the bump past Krovac. As throw over to first is not in time. An infield single by Parker Lind. Judy stays put on the play on the slow roller. So an infield single by Parker Lind. Back-to-back base knocks for the first time today for Belle Vernon. They've doubled their hit total in their last 2 hitters. Cole Matusik, the lone extra base hit for Belle Vernon. As just like that, the Leopards a couple more on base. Can the Leopards finally break through against J.B. Krovac? First pitch, Matusik takes. Strike 1 called. So Parker Lind at first, Lucas Judy out at second, and Cole Matusik. A little roller, left side foul, 0-2 on Cole Matusik. Fly out and a double from Matusik today. JB, that was his 80th pitch of the afternoon, or 81st make it. Still an 0-2 count now on Cole Matusik. So 22 pitches allowed by JB left this afternoon, and now 1-2. Again, you can start a batter at 102 pitches and finish above the 103 limit, but can't start a batter before that. The 1-2, up and out, count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, with a pair of Leopards aboard. 2-2 by Krovac. That one fills it up. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, a pair of Leopards aboard. Krovac comes set. The payoff pitch by JB will have to wait. He steps off the bump. Herschel Roth went yesterday. Obviously, so we'll look at the next line. Obviously, Charlie Niggett. He's thrown in 4 games. Peterson's thrown in 3 games. His ERA is at 16. Grimm's thrown 1 game as a 2.80 ERA. Niggett's is at 6.18. So if you can break through here, if you're Belle Vernon, maybe get a couple of runs against Krovac, get into the bullpen, not dead yet, as Matusik skies it right side. Judy will tag. Buick grabs it, and Judy will hold. Cut off is the throw by the shortstop, A.J. Grease. So Krovac gets the F9 of Matusik. And now Bergman, who reached on an error and struck out, looking to end the third with Matusik at second. We'll look for a 2-out RBI. Big out there by J.B. Krovac, and I know it's a 7-0 game, but again, you get into a bullpen in high school game, you never know what's going to be the result of that one, especially if Belle Vernon was able to play 2 or 3 this inning. You know, if Wade doesn't get thrown out at home and were able to get a couple of runs this inning, all of a sudden, it would have been a different ballgame. You'd be looking at a 7-3 game, and that's a completely different situation than this 7-0 spot the Belle Vernon Leopards have found themselves in. Wade had a chance to make it 6-1, would have put it back to a 5-run deficit. Leopards stranded 2 in scoring position in the second, 2 in scoring position in the third. They have 2 on here with 2 away for Bergman and an 0-1 count. Krovac's done a good job of limiting the opportunities when they've been presented to Belle Vernon. He's been able to work out of the situation every time thus far. One count here against Bergman. Krovac comes home. Bergman fouls it off. Now 1-2. 2 on, 2 down, 7-0 lead for Elizabeth forward. Krovac maybe will get through the next inning with his pitch allotment. The 1-2, now 2-2, becoming less and less of a possibility for J.B. Krovac. Up at 89 pitches here in this one. The 2-2 by Krovac. As that one skied up and out, we'll do it again. 7-0 Warrior lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Judy, the lead runner, out at second. Parker Lind, the Kent State commit, over at first. 2-2 by JB. Bergman, a little roller. Peterson scoops it on the grass. Throw over in time to Grimm to end the inning, as we will head to the penultimate inning with a 7-0 Warrior lead right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live. It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300. New arm on the bump for the Belle Vernon Leopards, and we'll tell you all about them as Lucas Judy's day has come to an end for Belle Vernon, as it is going to be for the Leopards now taking over on the hill here in this one. It is going to be Cam Matusik. So Cam Matusik will take over for Belle Vernon. The freshman Matusik in his third game of the year. He's thrown 3 2/3 innings, he's thrown 3 innings, given up 1 hit, no run, struck out 5. Has not walked a hitter today. So Cam Matusik replacing Lucas Judy on the bump. Lucas Judy goes 5 innings, gives up 7 runs, and 3 of those runs were earned against the right-hander Judy. 7 hits, 8 strikeouts, and also issued a pair of free passes in the contest as Cam Matusik replacing Lucas Judy on the mound for the Belle Vernon area Leopards. First to greet the new arm, that's going to be Charlie Niggett. Niggett, 2 for 3. Charlie has stolen a pair of bases, scored a pair of runs. Look to start this inning off with a bang for Elizabeth Forward as well against the right-handed hander, the freshman Matusik, as the Warriors also loosening up an arm. So that tells you it is obviously not Charlie Niggett, who's thrown probably the most out in relief this year for the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. So most likely maybe Peterson over there tossing, or even the likes of a Nate Grimm. Doesn't look like a single-digit number, so it's definitely not Grimm. Could be Peterson, but my eyes aren't nearly good enough to see all the way down the first base line.
Now batting number 2, Charlie Niggett.
So Charlie Niggett will lead things off. Led off the fourth. They came up with 1 out in the 4th and cracked a double. Would come in to score the 6th run. So Charlie Niggett, first pitch by Cam Matusik. Finds the zone for strike 1. And Warriors just trying to help their own cause after that loss to Ringold in the air. Out to left center as Charlie Niggett gave it a ride and retired by the center fielder, Cole Matusik.
In the lot. Please turn off your lights. Now batting number 29.
1 up, 1 down.
Krovac.
JB 1 for 3 with a single. And for the 85th time today, telling everybody to turn their lights off. 1 out, top of the 6th. So the freshman Cam Matusik 1 up, 1 down against the new arm for the Belle Vernon Leopards. And a right-hander loosening up for the Warriors down the first base line. His first pitch by Matusik. That's ball 1 to JB Krovac. Does have a couple pitches left to throw. And you wonder maybe with a 7-0 lead, I doubt you chance to throw someone you haven't thrown yet this year if you're Coach Champ. Is that one? Now 2-0, missing. And Niggett, Grimm, Herschelroth, Peterson, and Krovac, the only arms to throw this year. And I think Charlie Niggett now going down as well to loosen up for Elizabeth Forward. So Charlie Niggett will go loosen as well for the Warriors. I think Peterson, the other arm, loosening. As Cam Matusik comes set at the belt. Pitch comes home by Matusik, up and out. It's a 4-pitch walk to J.B. Krovac with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Going to see a courtesy runner for Krovac. It's going to be Williams once again. So Williams at first, 1 out for A.J. Grease. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI, 2 stolen bases, a run scored. Also a walk today for A.J. And that was Peterson, as Peterson will come back down. He is in the hole with Herschel Roth on deck. Throwback over by Matusik. And safely over at first is Williams. 1-0 count, 5 straight wide ones by the freshman Cam Matusik. As Matusik comes set at the belt, the 1-0 by Cam Matusik. That one misses as well, so A.J. Grease works the count in his favor, 2-0. The Mercyhurst commit was batting 107 coming into play today. Couple of singles and a walk and RBI, and now on the precipice of drawing his second straight walk, or second walk of the afternoon, be the second straight walk by Cam Matusik. 1 on, 1 down, the 3-0 by Matusik. 3-1 now on A.J. Grease. Grease, standout football player as well. One of the favorite targets of Ryan Messina. As A.J. will take the trip 90 feet the freeway as he'll trot down the first base line. So back-to-back walks after a lead-out fly out of Charlie Niggett. Here comes Cy Herschel-Roth and a conclave at the pitching circle with a 7-0 Warrior lead. EF 2 on, 1 out. Warriors have scored every single inning this afternoon into the evening. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. Now 2 on with 1 out here in the 6th inning. 7-0 Elizabeth forward out in front of Belle Vernon here on a brisk Tuesday evening. Tomorrow going to be a cool day. And into Thursday. Again, stay tuned. Maybe we'll switch off of tomorrow and head into a Thursday game just with the weather.
Now batting number 7, Cy Herschel-Roth.
We'll have some night games here later in the year. This one was an unexpected game that's going to finish under the lights just with the delayed start. And obviously the ominous clouds amongst the way as well. Herschel-Roth. Strikeout, walk, strikeout. Scored the 5th run of the game for Elizabeth Forward back in inning number 3. First pitch, strike 1 by Cam Matusik. Cole pitched yesterday in relief of Parker Lind. Again, Charlie Niggett continues to loosen. That one bounces, gets away. Williams and Grease both advance. So now 2 in scoring position for Elizabeth Forward after the wild pitch. Two on, 1 out, 1-1 count on Cy Herschel-Roth. Cy's driven in 5 this year. Has 2 in scoring position here. Pitch comes home. Herschel-Roth fouls it off. Now 1-2. Williams here at third. A.J. Grease out at second. He's been on base all 4 trips to the dish this afternoon. Driven in 1. Stole a couple of bags. He's also scored 1 run. Now Herschel-Roth looking to make him score 2. That would make it a 9-0 lead if Grease does come in to score. Behind Williams here at third, the 1-2. Herschel-Roth reaches out through the right side. That will play 2 more. As Cy Herschel-Roth A 2-run single for the Warriors, and EF adds a pair. It's 9-0. Now it comes to the possibility here in this one as Williams scores runs now 2 and 8. Grease has scored runs 4 and 9. So getting second base on defensive interference is going to be the runner Herschelroth. And if Cy comes in to score and Krovac throws a clean inning, EF will end this one in 6. Eight hits for the Warriors, 9 runs. 1-0. 2-0 now on Peterson. Peterson, RBI, fielder's choice, strikeout, double, run scored. The 2-0 by Cam Matusik make it 3-0. Nate Grimm on deck. He's 0 for 3. Herschelroth takes off. As that one in there for a strike. Throw down is not in time. Cy Herschelroth swipes third. So Cy gets 90 feet away with the stolen base. Second steal for Cy Herschelroth today. And Colorado Rockies were there scouting Cy yesterday. 3-1, that one misses, and ball 4. Runners at the corners with 1 out. So Peterson walks, runners at the corners. Here comes Coach Watson out of the dugout. And changing of the guard seems to be occurring here for Belle Vernon as Cam Matusik struggles to find the strike zone. New arm for the Belle Vernon area Leopards. We'll tell you about it when we come back right here on MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee, Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Menneson. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community and More.
Braden Andrews on the bump for the first time this season for Belle Vernon, as Andrews will take over, replacing Cam Matusik. As the freshman Cam Matusik gives up a couple of hits, walks a couple of batters, or a trio to be exact. After recording the opening out of the game, so 1 hit, 3 walks, and right now a couple of runs in to score against Matusik with 1 out. Braden Andrews throwing for the first time this season for the Belle Vernon Leopards. Is EF up 9-0 here in the top of the 6th. With rain delays, game now at 2 hours and 10 minutes since opening pitch here this afternoon. So Braden Andrews on the bump for the first time today. Cy Herschelroth, who could possibly represent the winning run here today if EF scores and puts up a 0, stands at third base.
Please turn your headlights off.
Over at first base, that is going to be Jacob Peterson. He's on base for the second time today. And Herschelroth was pivotal in the Belle Vernon, the Elizabeth Ford basketball season. These two squads met in the playoffs after being section foes as well all season long. The F gave Belle Vernon all they could handle in that first round game for Belle Vernon, second game for Elizabeth forward, and the Warriors fell in that one. Belle Vernon, of course, the rest was history. They'd go on to win a district title in Coach Joe Salvino's last season at the helm of the Leopards, who were eventually cut down by the Sharon Tigers inside the state playoffs. And guess what? The Rain's back here in the top of the 6 in a 9-0 Warrior lead. And it's more than just a spit. So Braden Andrews with 1 out and 2 on. But it looks small to sell at least. So pitch comes home by Andrews as that one misses ball 1. Cy Herschel-Roth here at third. Peterson over at first. Runners at the corners, 1 away. Pitch comes home, now 2-0. As 2 straight wide ones in relief for Braden Andrews. (2-0). Make it 3-0 now. 3 balls, no strikes. 1 out, 2 on, 9-0 Warriors out in front. As in there, the automatic make it 3-1 as Andrews finds the strike zone for the first time here. Well, Vernon won their opening 7 of the season. They've now are on the precipice of losing 2 in a row as swing and a miss, Nate Grimm. Count fills up, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 aboard. Nate Grimm, ground out, strikeout, line out to center. Line out to center most likely would score a run if he could do it again. 3-2, and that one's out to left center as that ball going to be grabbed. Herschel-Roth will tag, and Cy Herschel-Roth will score on the sacrifice fly as the Warriors add another, and it is indeed 10-0 Elizabeth forward. RBI for Nate Grimm. And it's fouled off. First pitch, strike 1. As stepping up now is going to be Landon Jackson. Reached twice, once on a single, once on an error. In there for a strike. Now 0-1 here on Jackson. 2 outs. 3 more runs in to score. Spot on the board here for Elizabeth forward. 17-0. They've outscored Belle Vernon here this year. Be their 7th straight section win against the Leps as that one's laced out to the shortstop and hauled in by Plymeyer to end the frame. But the Warriors, they do indeed add 3 more. They do it on 1 hit. Trio of walks, no errors, and 1 left aboard. We've now played 5.5 here from the John D. Virgilio Sports Complex, and the Warriors 3 outs away from victory here this evening on MVI Live. First 3 spot put up by Elizabeth forward today, 2-1, 2-1, 1-3 for the Elizabeth forward Warriors, who now have 10 on the board, scoring in every single inning here this evening against Belle Vernon, as it is going to be for Belle Vernon in a do-or-die situation. Wade, Plymeyer, and Petrosky, barring a pinch hitter that we are going to see, as it is going to be the likes of Bastido batting for Alonzo Wade. Wade struck out and reached on an error, was retired going to home, trying to score the first run of the game for Belle Vernon, which they're still searching for. So Bastido batting here in the 6th. Belle Vernon needs one to extend. J.B. Krovac is at 91 pitches. Again, 103 is the limit. So Krovac, again, can technically pass the 103 limit, but he has to start a batter at 102. And then, again, wherever he finishes, that would be his last batter of the game.
Now batting number 22, Alex Bastido.
So first AB of the game for Bastido. Krovac, 12 pitches left to throw. Can he finish it off? First pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. Good start for J.B. Krovac there. Krovac's given up 4 hits today. Bastido swing and a miss, strike two. J.B. wasting no time out on the bump for the Warriors of Elizabeth forward. Into the line, 0-2 by Krovac. That one's in the air, out to right, and drops down Bastido, an 0-2 opposite field single as Krovac gives out a leadoff base runner to Belle Vernon. Bastido, good piece of 0-2 hitting for the 5th hit of the game for Belle Vernon. Plymeyer walked in a sac bunt. Here today, J.B. comes home. Plymeyer right back up the chute through the right side. Bastido on to second. And Belle Vernon gets 2 aboard with nobody out here in inning number 6.
Now batting number 2, Chase Petrosky.
So Petrosky with 2 on and nobody out for Belle Vernon. Leps have come close today. That one scored an error on the second baseman, Grimes. 0-1 count here on Chase Petrosky. Pitch comes home, swing and a miss, 0-2 now. Krovac nearing the end of his evening. The 0-2 by J.B. Krovac, swing and a miss. As Krovac bounces back after the error for out number 1. Strikeout number 9 for Krovac. On pitch number 98 for JB, or make it 97.
Now batting number 18, Logan Miller.
So Logan Miller will pinch hit here as well in the 6th. Swing and a miss, strike one. A quick out here. He could possibly go the distance, being Krovac, as that one swung through 0-2. Looking for double-digit strikeouts is J.B. Krovac. Here comes the century mark pitch for J.B. 0-2 pitch to Miller. 2 on, 1 out. Pitch number 100. Swing and a miss. And back-to-back punch-outs. There's number 10, J.B. Krovac. Double-digit strikeouts for Krovac. On pitch number 100. And they're going to take him out there. Still technically could face one more batter, but they're going to pull Krovac here, as J.B. Krovac will be replaced by Charlie Niggett with 2 outs and 2 on in a 10-0 game here in the 6th. So Charlie Niggett will take over on the hill. J.B. Krovac is responsible for both runners on the base path, but if they do come in to score, they would be unearned, as Charlie Niggett taking over the Cal U football commit on the season, his 5th appearance. 618 earned run average, 5 2/3 innings, 5 earned runs, 8 total. He struck out 7 while walking 2. So Charlie Niggett will look to finish it off. 1 out away from doing so for the Elizabeth Forward Warriors, as Charlie Niggett will take over on the bump for EF, replacing J.B. Krovac, who goes 5 2/3 innings, strikes out 10 batters, surrenders 1 walk here this afternoon. Had a double check. But what really caught up with JB is the 5 Warrior errors in this game, getting that pitch count up. So here comes Charlie Niggett. He will turn his attention to Cole Doppelauer, strikeout, ground out against the starter JB Krovac. As JB Krovac will, I believe, just straight up switch spots with Charlie Niggett, and that is indeed it. So Krovac in center, Niggett on the bump, 1 out away, or a Doppelauer hit away from playing the 7th. Bastido at second, Plymeyer at first. It was a single and an error to start the 6th frame. Back-to-back strikeouts on pitch number 100 by JB Krovac. 8-5, the Warriors have out-hit the Leopards as Charlie Niggett looks to finish it off. Charlie peeks back over. No holding on of the runner at first. First pitch swinging, fouled off, strike 1 on the right-handed hitting Cole Doppelauer. Niggett another long look in. Charlie peeks back at the runner at second. Now the 0-1 by Charlie Niggett. Bounces, blocked, snap throw back to first, almost got by Grimm. A risky play there by the catcher Landon Jackson. Now 1-1 again. Obviously trying to end the inning, but you don't want to allow those runners to score. You don't want to play another inning if you're the Warriors. Kind of want to put the hammer down here. The 1-1 by Niggett. Popped up right side, and the Warriors down to their final strike. Or excuse me, the Leopards down to their final strike. Niggett struck out 7 this year in 5 2/3. Charlie comes set at the belt, peeks back. The 1-2 by Niggett. Chopper out to short. There's Grease, throws it over the head of the second baseman Grimes. Bastido will score, and the Leopards get on the board. An unearned run in as another error on the Warriors. And it's impressive. EF has given up 1 run. They have 6 errors today. So Doppelauer reaches on the E6. As Bastido in to score the first run of the game for Belle Vernon. Runners at the corners now with 2 down. Andrews chases for strike 1. First run against the Warriors in section play in quite some time for Belle Vernon as that one fouled off. 0-2 on Andrews. First section run against Belle Vernon since the first meeting of the 2022 matchup. Oh, 2 here on Andrews. 2 outs, 1 in off the error by the shortstop, Grease. Unearned run in against JB Krovac. 0-2 by Niggett. Andrews chases, or swings through it, I should say, for the punch out, but the Warriors surrender 1, sending us to the 7th right here on MVI Live.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills. Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by Phase Up Nutrition today. Phase Up Nutrition, here to help you surpass those unimaginable goals.
So JB Krovac goes 5 2/3, 1 run, unearned run. 5 hits, 10 strikeouts, walks 1. Charlie Niggett comes in and looked like he had the final out. Grease throws it up over the head. I don't know if he would have had the play on the slow roller with AJ going to the second baseman Grimes, but it was just such a high toss that it got away and allowed the runner Bastido to come in to score. And that made it a 10-1 game and sends us here to the 7th inning when the Warriors were well on their way to a 6-inning victory. As we will head to the final frame, though, this afternoon, as 1 run, 1 hit, 2 errors, and Belle Vernon stranded 2 in the 6th inning. Belle Vernon in this game has stranded 10 base runners. EF's committed 6 errors, and the Leopards have just 1 run. EF took advantage early, often against Belle Vernon, and we'll look to do it one more time with 8, 9, and 1. Spence, Buick, and Niggett due up against the right-hander in Braden Andrews. Six of the 10 runs against Belle Vernon have been earned today. All 3 last inning. But again, Belle Vernon, 10 base runners left aboard here this afternoon into the evening as we continue on, and we'll play the distance today, which looked like was not going to be a possibility. And we didn't even know if times we were going to be able to finish this game today. The way the weather was going, we didn't know if we were going to start this game today. Delayed about 20 minutes and then finally got underway. Have stopped about 3 times during it. And now Andrews comes in. That one misses, ball 1 to Daniel Spence. Nobody on, nobody out. Warriors scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, and 3 in the sixth. Spence, ground ball. Doppelhauer, Bastido over at first, replacing Wade for out number 1 on the 4-3. So 1 up, 1 down here as Spence retired. That will turn things over to Mitchell Buick. He struck out 3 times today against the Leopards staff. That was all against Lucas Judy. First pitch fouled off, strike 1 by the right-hander. Andrews struck out to end the last inning with 2 aboard for Belle Vernon. 10-1, Warriors out in front. If it wasn't for an extra inning, a loss, they would be perfect in section play. Only other loss was to Indiana as that one gets away. Now 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Mitchell Buick looking to turn around his bad day. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. The 1-1 by Andrews. Ground ball, up the gut. Stopped down by Doppelhauer. Buick going to be safe. Tough play there for Doppelhauer. Give Mitchell Buick a single. And the Warriors continue to put runners aboard. That's the 9th hit of the game for Elizabeth Forward. And back to Charlie Niggett. Niggett, 2 for 4. Double, single, fly out in an error. Couple stolen bases, couple runs scored for Charlie Niggett. As Niggett in the air. As that one drops down, and Charlie has his 3rd hit of the game. Double-digit hits now for Elizabeth Forward. So Charlie Niggett 3 for 4. 2 on, 1 down. Now JB Krovac re-enters to hit here. Obviously, or will hit here after moving to center field. Krovac, 1 for 3, with a single and a walk. Two on, one out. Negative at first. Down at second is Mitchell Buick. Pitch to Krovac. Krovac takes. One 0 on J.B. Krovac. Andrews comes set at the belt. The 1-0. Krovac chops it right side, foul. As the count pulls even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Top 7. 10-1 Warriors on top of Belle Vernon. Andrews once again. Comes set, the 2-1 by Andrews. Krovac wears it. And the bases are full of Warriors as J.B. Krovac reaches base for the 3rd time today, hit by a pitch here. That's going to bring up A.J. Grease with the bases loaded. A.J., 2 for 2, a couple of walks today. Scored 2 runs, driven in a run. Pitch to Grease, that one gets away. Buick thought about going home. He'll now bounce back to the third base bag. As that one got behind the catcher, Miller. First inning catching back behind the dish. 1-0 as Grease, liner, out to Plymeyer. And spikes it back, trying to go for 2. So 2 down, and the bases remain loaded as A.J. Grease going to be retired on the L6 for out number 2. Now Herschel Roth. Cy 1 for 3 with a walk. 2 runs scored, 2 runs driven in. Two outs, bases loaded. 1-0 count here on Cy Herschelroth. The 1-0. As Cy launches it out to right, and that one gets by the glove of Petrosky. That's going to score 3. Cy not stopping. He's going to third. And Cy Herschelroth in standing. 3 more Warriors touch home, and Cy Herschelroth delivers with 2 away. Launching one out to right, getting past Petrosky, and it's 13-1 Elizabeth forward as Buick, Niggett, and Krovac all touch home on a 3-run triple by Cy Herschelroth. So Cy now 2 for 4 with a walk. He scored 2 runs. He's driven in 5 today. As that one in the air. As under it, Cole Matusik makes the grab in center. And that will end the frame. The Warriors score in all 7 today. They put up 13 as 3 runs come across on a trio of hits, no errors, and 1 left aboard as EF 3 outs away from win number 8 on the season with a 12-run advantage as Cy Herschelroth adds 3 more with a 3-run triple for Cy Herschelroth. He has now plated 5 Warrior runs out of their 13 today. Cy has 5 RBI in the last 2 innings alone. So all 5 RBI for Cy has come in the 6th and 7th inning, and Charlie Niggett will look to finish it off here for Elizabeth forward as 13 runs for the Warriors today. They scored 6 in the last 2 innings, and they lead it 13-1 over the Belle Vernon area Leopards. 13 runs on what was, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hits here this afternoon for Elizabeth forward, and the Warriors stranded 7 runners, 1 each inning on base, as Belle Vernon, one final trip to the bat rack today. Ian Porter will lead things off for the Leopards. Third different batter in this spot today. So Charlie Niggett will look to finish it off. Ian Porter, Cole Matusik, Connor Bergman. Barring another pitch hitter, Ducey Bergman out there. Doesn't look like that's Matusik, as there's a lefty on deck for Belle Vernon. As strike 1 against Ian Porter. Charlie Niggett came in with 2 outs last inning. Chopper, right side. Grimm will take it to the bag himself. 1 up, 1 down. As Porter retired on the 3 unassisted. As Belle Vernon will now send a new batter to the plate. First time today for Belle Vernon. As Matusik being hit for. First pitch popped up. Foul ground, long look, and off the Leopard dugout by Zach Bird. So 1 on Zach Bird, the lefty against Charlie Niggett. As Bird ground ball, AJ scoops it. Grease on the run, on the money. As AJ Grease, 6-3, Bird retired. Now Bergman with 2 outs and nobody on. 12-run lead by Elizabeth forward. Charlie looking to finish this one out. As Bergman fouls it off for strike 1. Charlie struck out 1, hasn't walked a batter since entering. And he's 1 strike away from ending this one. 13-1 Warriors out in front. 1-2 in the air. This ought to do it. As that one actually gets down, and that's going to extend this one a double by Bergman with 2 down. His first hit of the game. Hit number 6 for Belle Vernon. On the 0-2 pitch, Charlie Niggett unable to finish off Bergman. That's going to bring up Alex Bastido. Singled and scored last inning. Lone run for Belle Vernon. As Bastido reaches up to get that one. Going to trickle into shallow center, and that will do it. The Warriors win it. 13-1. Your final score as Elizabeth forward, since that loss to Ringgold, continues to bounce back and dominate. As the Warriors, one section loss, they're now 8-2, 5-1 in section play. Belle Vernon falls to 7-2, 6-2 in section play. As the Warriors sweep the Belle Vernon Leopards, they have now won 7 straight section matchups between the Leopards and the Warriors, as Belle Vernon strands one more runner for the contest, as Belle Vernon 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 runners left stranded in this game for the Belle Vernon area Leopards, as the Leops score 1 run on 6 hits, 4 errors, 11 left on base. For the Warriors, 13 runs, 11 hits, 6 errors, 7 left on base, as Belle Vernon falls back-to-back losses for the Leopards. Warriors got off and running with 2 in the first. It was a single, and a walk to Niggett, Krovac, and Grease. Herschelroth struck out. Peterson grounded out to the the second baseman, Plymeyer. Quick toss to Edwards. Relay was thrown wide of Wade. That could have been an ending double play. Could have been an easy, or a not so easy scoreless first, but instead a throwing error by Edwards allowed 2 runs to score, making it a 2-0 Warrior lead. Belle Vernon would strand one in the first, and the Warriors would add another one in the second. Ground out, error, strikeout, error, making it 3-0. Another unearned run against Judy. Belle Vernon would strand 2 in scoring position in the second, and then in the third, it was a single, a walk, a pair of strikeouts, and E4 plating 2 more runs, making it at that point a 5-1 game, just 1 earned run at that point against Lucas Judy. They would add in 1 more in the fourth with a strikeout, a double, a ground out, an RBI single by Grease, and then 1 more in the fifth, double line out single, making it at that point what was a 7-0 game. 3 in the sixth, 3 in the seventh. 2-run single by Cy Herschelroth and a sac fly by Nate Grimm. That increased the lead to 10-0. Bastido will lead off the sixth with a single, and thanks to a couple of errors, Belle Vernon would strike in the sixth, but Cy Herschelroth would deliver 3 more in the seventh with a 3-run triple, as EF 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 3 in the sixth, 3 in the seventh, 13 runs, 11 hits, 6 errors, and 7 left on base. For Belle Vernon, 1 in the sixth, 1 run, 6 hits, 4 errors, 11 left on base. JB Krovac gets the win. He is your Lions Heart Media Player of the game. 5 2/3 of 1 unearned run ball, 10 strikeouts, 1 walk, now 3-0. Also went 1 for 3 with a single, a walk, and a hit by pitch in the game, as he is your player of the game. Lucas Judy gets the loss, now 3-1 on the year. 5 innings, 7 runs, 3 earned, 7 hits, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. Time of the game, 2 hours and 40 minutes, rain delay included, as the Warriors get the victory, now 13-1, now 8-2, 5-1 in section play. Belle Vernon to 7-2, 6-2 in section play. That would do it for us here on MVI Live. Your final score: the Warriors 13, the Leopards 1, right here on MVI Live. This has been a presentation of Lions Heart Media on MVI Live.